Welcome to Learning to Glow, a show about wellness, skin health, and self-development. I'm your host, Jess. I'm a mom, entrepreneur, and skincare expert. I'm so excited to share tips on how to achieve healthy skin and bring amazing guests in the field of health, fitness, aging gracefully, and personal growth. Let's explore all different ways we can take care of ourselves as women, both inside and out, to truly shine. So let's get glowing. Hi, and welcome back to Learning to Glow. My name is Jess. I'm your host, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is nutrition and the skin. Basically, what we put inside of our bodies and how it affects our skin. And this is a topic that I love to talk about. I actually used to work for a brand called Kirsten Florian International. And back in 2004, when I started, they had different pillars of how to achieve healthy skin and just pillars for wellness and living a healthy lifestyle. And one of them was beauty from the inside out. They talked about how nutrition plays such a role in the way that our outer appearance is. And of course, we know that the skin is the largest organ, so nourishing it with the right foods and the right liquids is going to help benefit our skin. I found this topic really interesting. And at the time, I was in my 20s, so I did like to go out. I would stay out late, drink alcohol. I was known to swing by a Del Taco. The next morning, I could definitely tell that my skin wasn't looking its best. So it was one of those things to kind of put two and two together. Okay, if I am super dehydrated and I'm not putting the right foods in my body, this is going to affect the way my skin looks, especially my skin because I'm dry to begin with. So when I am doing things like not drinking enough water, over caffeinating, I can definitely see that result in my skin. So it's something that I started to take note of. Of course, back then, I was easier to get away with when you're in your 20s. Now that I'm in my 40s, not as easy to get away with. So I do see the difference clearly on a day where I've had lots of water, I've had nutritious food, and I wake up the next day, I've slept, my skin looks better. The first category that I'm sharing today is lycopene. Lycopene is an antioxidant. I love to incorporate lycopene into my diet because there's been several studies that have shown that lycopene can be effective in protecting the skin cells from UV light. So there was a study where the participants were given tomato paste in their diet every single day, and they actually experienced 40% less UV damage from the sunlight than those that did not incorporate tomato paste. So obviously for lycopene, one of the foods that you can eat that's high is tomatoes. That study also showed that it wasn't just raw tomatoes, but specifically cooked tomatoes. And a high concentration of tomatoes would be something like a tomato paste. So eating your marinara sauce, pizza, things like sun-dried tomatoes, those are going to be really high in lycopene and they're going to have more benefits. You can also eat fruit like watermelon and grapefruit, but the highest concentration would be from cooked tomatoes. Number 2 is protein. So this category of food, this macronutrient, is extremely crucial for promoting collagen production in the skin. So protein is used to build and repair collagen. When we think of fine lines and wrinkles and keeping our skin elastic and like plump and firm, we need collagen to do that. That is one thing that I have started really incorporating in the last couple months. I kid you not, I do see a difference in my skin. I find it difficult to get the amount of protein that I was recommended to take. And it's something that as you age and as you get older, it's even more important that you have this protein in your diet, especially for women. A lot of women tend to undereat protein. So just in general for wellness, protein is super important. And to share a couple of the ways that I've been getting my protein, I definitely have to take a protein supplement. So once a day I take a protein shake. I have protein powder, and that just helps me get like 30 grams in every single day, which just helps me get to my end goal. I also love to have yogurt. Greek yogurt is high in protein. For snacks, I do these little protein sticks. They're like turkey, and the one I use is called Chomps. I do, all the meat, I do all the fish, and I put collagen in my coffee every single morning. So with all of those things and kind of being more mindful as to how many grams of protein I need for my daily intake, I feel like I'm finally figuring out, okay, I'm achieving my protein goals, which I feel like is so important just for overall health, but I do see a difference in my skin. And I want to say I've only been doing this for the last couple months. Makes a huge difference. Next is omega-3 fatty acids. So this is one I've been using for a long time. This is going to be from sources such as fatty fish, sardines, salmon, for plant-based walnuts. These foods high in fat and fatty acids are amazing for skin health. So omega-3s are known to help protect the skin's barrier and really improve hydration in the skin and sealing in the moisture. The one story I have about this is my grandmother. She lived to be in her 90s, had really wrinkle-free skin. Like my mom and I would always just be like, I can't believe how beautiful grandma's skin is. And one thing that she did on a daily basis was consume cod liver oil. And she even said that when she was younger, she would go to the doctors and there was different problems. Like there could be skin problems or health with the heart problems. And the doctors would literally prescribe cod liver oil, which is amazing. We have stepped away from that a lot. But she really attributed her skin to taking this cod liver oil. She also was very sharp when it comes to like her brain. She was very with it up until her 90s. We always say, oh, it's that cod liver oil. And she would say, you know what? I just go into the fridge. I just take a swig. Don't be a baby. Just do it. Because I think for a lot of people, especially not in that generation, it's gross. Like cod liver oil. It sounds gross. It tastes gross. But now there are so many different ways that you can take it. The taste has improved so much from back when she was taking it. There are even capsules that you can take if you don't feel like drinking the oil. There are a lot of other benefits that go along with cod liver oil or omega-3s in general. It's something that has really been proven in studies to improve the skin, even acne, protecting from sun damage. So that is a really important one. We talked about lycopene being so amazing for the skin. And that is an antioxidant, but antioxidants in general are so incredible for skin health. Antioxidants are going to be found in things like fruit, especially when you see fruit that is bright in color. So your pomegranate seeds and your blueberries and your blackberries, those are very high in antioxidant value. And antioxidants are known to help protect against free radical damage. So what free radicals are? The environment, sun, smoke, smog, things like that. So when you are internally consuming antioxidants, that's going to help with that protection with your skin cells from the environment and different other free radical damage that we can see. Some examples of antioxidant-rich beverages would be coffee, tea, matcha. So green tea is really high in antioxidants. Actually, white tea, which is so underrated. White tea is so great for skin health. I remember when I went to a training there's a skincare guru named Rebecca, and she had a class at UCLA that I took for skin. And she was talking about how amazing and underrated white tea is. And it's something that is even more powerful than some green tea because it is less processed. So try white tea. It's amazing. It tastes really good as well. You can do things like dandelion tea, lemon juice. So green smoothies, things of that nature would be great examples for antioxidant-rich drinks. Another category of foods are spices. So there are certain spices that are going to be healthy for the skin. Turmeric is something that I love consuming for healthy skin. It is very anti-inflammatory, literally for the entire body, but especially if you have like sensitive skin or redness, This is such a great spice to consume on a regular basis. I love making turmeric drinks. I love cooking with it. I actually just started doing ginger, turmeric, and lemon, juicing those three, and then just drinking those as little shots at home. I used to go out and buy those, and now I just do it at home with my juicer. So that is something that I love to consume all the time. And another great one is cinnamon. Cinnamon is antibacterial, so that is great if you have acne, to incorporate cinnamon. I love putting cinnamon in my smoothies. I do like a really yummy smoothie, and I just add lots of cinnamon, and it just tastes delicious. The next one we've talked about briefly in the beginning, which is just simply drinking enough water. So again, this is a no-brainer. It's great to keep your body hydrated. You need enough water for that. There are little studies to show that if you're drinking adequate water and you decide you're going to drink a lot more for hydrated skin, that does anything. But making sure that you're having adequate water throughout the day and that you're hydrated is going to impact your skin in a positive way. And when you are drinking a lot of coffee or you're having a lot of alcohol, you're going to need to make up for that by adding in water. Another thing I like to do is add in electrolytes. Electrolytes are really great, especially if you work out and you sweat a lot, to kind of balance the minerals in your body. Another way to stay hydrated other than water is eating foods that are high in water in their makeup. So things like cucumber and lettuce, those are all going to be, and watermelon, obviously, those are going to also be high in water content. So that's going to give you some extra hydration as well. The next category is going to be fermented foods. This is something that is great to take for the probiotic value. So that's going to help with keeping your skin clear. Finally, the last one I'll mention is bone broth, which is, I could have mentioned under protein, but bone broth is a little different in that it does contain gelatin and collagen, which is amazing for skin health, but also amino acids. So this is something that is so much easier to get into your diet nowadays. When I first learned about bone broth, I was making my own bone broth, and I don't like doing that. So I don't make it anymore, but it's readily available, and it's such a great thing to add into your diet, especially if you're dealing with any type of gut issues. It's really great for gut issues. So when I was dealing with my son's gut health many years ago, that was just kind of a staple in our diet that we use to help heal that. So there's a lot of benefits you can look up. I'm not a nutritionist, but I've learned so much about how these different foods can really help our health, our skin. There's so many great things that you can add into your diet that make such a great impact. It's like, we are what we eat, right? And food is medicine. So it's something that we can use to our benefit. For example, I have a thyroid issue. I lack selenium, and it's something that is really crucial for people who have thyroid issues. If you have thyroid issues, you should make sure that, that you're getting enough selenium. And I found out that Brazil nuts, just taking 2 a day, will give me enough selenium for my daily intake. So every single day I take 2 Brazil nuts, like they're by my vitamins and supplements, as if I was taking a vitamin. I take them in the morning like it's a part of my vitamin regimen, because it's food, but it's also powerful. It's something that I need for my thyroid health, and then it works. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I love talking about how nutrition and the skin go hand in hand, and how we can do things in our life by eating a balanced, healthy diet to actually help our skin on the outside. So it's been so fun talking with you. I'm looking forward to our next episode, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. Please subscribe and review so we can reach more people who want to learn to glow alongside us. See you next time.